What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Das. We get it in. But before we get it in, let's get this super norteño in. Are you ready? I am. Intro time. Welcome back to another episode of Adventures of Super Norteño. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that was like a New Kids on the Block. I got the right stuff right here, man. But before we hit the right stuff, like and subscribe. And I'm very humble. Thank you for all the support. Whoopin'! Are you ready? Right? Are you ready for Super Norteño meets Super Edgar? Now, my primo has seen Edgars and not really. Whoopin', what are those? Right? Human beings. Yeah, but what's that shit on top of his head? That's hair. What's that a fade on me? What is that? Right? What that is a fucked up ass Pontius Pilate bowl haircut. But that's what they're doing nowadays, right? So you just gotta just agree and deal with it. Well, why is he got a tail in the back? Is that a Mongolian? Nah, that's called a burst fade, right? And I don't know. It looks like his fucking barber bursted while he did it, right? So anyways, my cousin was not used to fucking Edgars until he met Super Edgar. And I ain't gonna lie, this is what led me to believe all Edgars ain't that bad. Minus the painted fingernails and the super tight pants, right? This dude was all right. He was pretty cool. So anyways, we went to a water park. This is before Ricky got locked up. I was over there in California, mingling, mixing, doing what I was doing. I went to my tia. And of course, at this time, I was doing the YouTube shit, so I had a little bit of money. You know, just got YouTube rich and whatever. So I'm going to go bless my tia. Mijo, I need you to buy me a new window because every time I open it, the smell just stays inside. Help me with the new window. I want one of those nice ones, the plexiglass. So when he's boning me on the window, it just plexes like that, a plex. You want a plex? I like to plex, right? So my tia wanted this plexiglass window. She had seen it on Temu. She wanted me to order it. So we went to Home Depot, got her a fucking new window. We hired some white dude. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Always hire a white dude as a contractor and a Mexican dude as a worker, and everything's going to see all right, cuz, right? So we did that. These spices put it in. The spices were happy. The whole time they're putting in this window, my tia's walking back and forth. I'm going to try on shorts while they're here just because it's gonna make the atmosphere better, right? So she's over there trying on shorts, but forgetting to put the shorts on. And these spices in there like, yeah, licking the fucking plexiglass window. We had to literally use Windex on the outside of it. So anyways, I was down there for a little while, man. I stood a week at my tia's house, and I was kicking back with Ricky and Sheila. And they didn't live there at the time. They were staying with Sheila's mom. And it's because they were going through some shit with the kids. What had happened was Ricky and her had got into a discussion or an argument or some domestic shit. And the mom always comes and picks the kids up, which is a good thing. You never want to argue around the kids. I used to tell my primo, why do you say that? Well, but they said the one that looks like Eddie Murphy ain't mine. No. Yep, the one that looks like Eddie ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? The one that looks like Axel Foley, definitely someone stuck a banana in fucking Sheila's tailpipe, and it wasn't you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's his excuse. I don't even know if the kids are mine. I think they're mine. I love them, but I don't like them, right? And I'm like, no. Anyways, the mom came and picked them up, and so they wanted to be around their kids. They've had a new kid since then that guarantee it looks like an alien. That right there, that ET looking motherfucker is Ricky's. That's a fact, right? So they were over there. So Ricky was coming back and forth on his moped. This Vato literally had a moped. He'd drive with a whooping, right? Almost wrecking his shit, trying to drive with look at him do the wheel guy. Look at him do the wheel guy, right? So he pulls up, and I've been staying with my tia and her 4 boyfriends on rotation. And my tia's like, mijo, I'm trying to kick it on my pad by myself tonight. Maybe you guys should go somewhere, like for 2 days. I said, how are you going to kick it at your pad tonight, but I got to go somewhere for 2 days? Because 1 day equals 2 nights, if you know what I mean, right? All of a sudden, I swear to God, one of those spices that was licking the window pulled up. I'm just saying, man. Maybe he liked the shorts she was wearing. So anyways, I said, Ricky, we should do something. He said, let's go to a water park. Me, Sheila, and all the kids. I said, no. Fuck no. Like, no, we'll take the baby because we got to take the baby. But as far as fucking all your kids, like, man, I'm not taking Chris Rock with me. I'm not. They always ask questions. They always think I'm kidnapping him or something. That ain't, you know what I mean? They're like, there's no way you're his uncle or his cousin. You know, in the Mexican tradition, everyone calls tío. You know, that's just how it is. You know, I never was into that, but, you know, if you're an older cousin, that's like your tío. And so there was no way to explain that. Brothers be like, hey, cuz, oh, Paru, what are you doing? What are you talking about? It's my nephew. Ain't no way, cuz. Ain't no way, right? You're right. Ain't no way. I tried to tell my cousin that. I've told him several times. He don't believe me. So anyways, I'm like, me, you, Sheila, the baby, and fucking we'll go pick up one of my tios in Modesto. So he's like, yeah, let's go, right? So we wiggled out there to fucking Fresno County. They have a water park out there, right? And we're kicking it. We get to the water park, and there's Edgars everywhere. Like back in the days, you get to the water park, you see motherfuckers all flamed up, tatted back, bulldogs, all kinds of shit. I'm not tripping at this point. I'm far from active. And if anything, man, I get love from the dogs. So I'll go right up to him like, woo, 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 kicking it, right? My primo, on the other hand, is still northern out the game. He has a little fade, though, Mongolian gone. It's he's different now at the time. And so she lives there fat and hungry. So she's just going to participate. She got this little baby that the baby sucks on her chichi, but the chichi covers the baby. You can't see the baby. Like she'll just put that motherfucker under the chichi and just let's go. So anyway, she's looking like Rasputia and we're mobbing through there. She got a bikini on. I was confuzzled, right? Since we're talking about Edgars, I was perplexed. I was baffled. I was befuddled. I was shocked. And most of all, I was embarrassed, right? So I made sure I walked on the outside looking in. And so I'm chilling with my tío, who's from Modesto, right? We're kicking in. He's like, yeah, fool. He's like, fucking, why does Ricky always bring that fat chick? I'm like, shh, they're married with children, bro, literally. He's like, they brought a child? I was like, under the titty. So she's walking with the stroller. We're in there. And there's Edgars. I'm starting to notice. Before, you never noticed them as much. You'd see one or two laughing. Look at that, those pants, eh? You know what I mean? So I never seen aquamarine pants, right? Or the Vato thinks he's Aquaman with a funny haircut. Like, we'd clown. But now, it's like the dropout active thing. They outnumber us, right? So now they're out. Now you're outnumbered. If you're a normal human, like a regular, like a cholo, like you're outnumbered like a motherfucker, right? These vatos literally technically outnumber people. So it's just a style. So we're walking around and I tell my tío, hey, let's go fucking pop at these chicks. There's some bad chicks by the slides and they're all in bikinis. Like the chicks are looking bad, right? So me, of course, I'm always up to par. I'm looking around, making sure that there's not a vato inside. I don't care if they have a dude. Just make sure they don't have a dude right there, So what's up? What's cracking? You know what I'm saying? I'm popping gold chains on. What's up? I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm just telling everyone my business so they can come kill me. This is before I was getting, people were tripping like they do now, right? And so I didn't care. I'll fuck around and go live. Fuck you right there. So we're kicking it, and my tío's like, hey, that's a bad chick. She's kind of heavier set, but he's a big dude. So for him, it was like, she had a pretty ass face, and I like torta. So I had already been looking at her. I was mesmerized. But he's like, I call dibs. I'm like, damn, bro, I like big booty, right? And I can't deny. The mother brothers can't deny. So anyways, he's over there getting his Sir Mix-a-Lot on, chopping it up with her. She's into him. She's feeling him. He got his shirt off. He got a little bit of belly. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them guys, chicks like guys with fat bellies. So he's over there doing his thing. And I'm talking to a couple other chicks. We're having a good time. Well, Ricky was with us, him and Sheila, but they wandered off. And I'm thinking, let him do the family thing. They got their little kid with them anyways. So get the fuck away from me. Sheila can't go down the water side for two reasons. One, she doesn't fit. And two, she's usually at the concession stand eating corn dog the long way, right? But she has a baby. So no one's there to watch the baby because she was like, hey, I want to go down the side. Can you watch the baby? I said, no. She said, that's fucked up. I said, yup. Right? It sounded like an E40 song. Have you ever been done dope? No. You know what I mean? Yup. So I'm like, no, I ain't doing none of that. I ain't no babysitter. My tío, he's like, ask me, touch me, and I'll sue you. He's over there. Next thing you know, he's fucking digging in bikini over there at the fat chick, smelling his finger. It's all bad. And like I said, I'm kicking it, and they wander off. So I think, they're probably going to go get Sheila a fucking pomegranate smoothie or something. Like, this is a chick. She'll have a baby in one hand and a smoothie in the other. Her hands are never empty. Ever. If we're near Taco Bell, she got a Nacho Bell Grande in her hand. If we're at Burger King, rodeo burgered up. If we're at Carl's Jr., that bitch will eat onion ring. Like, there's never, ever in the whole time that I've been around her are her hands literally empty. If there's two paisas, there's two pipas. That's her. Her hands are full. She likes things in her hands. She has smooth palms. How do I know? I'm not saying too much, but you guys could figure it out. Read between the lines. Smooth palms, though. So anyway, she has one little ridge right here that would catch you, but it just is what it was. So anyways, they go wander off. Next thing you know, I'm looking for Ricky, like, damn, because he's funny. Like, fucking will tell me, hey, go backwards on the slide. Like, he'll do illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just stand up and try to slide down that way. Whoop it, I'll do the window, bro. I don't give a fuck. So he's on Southsider patrol. The whole time since we've been there, if there's any Southsiders right here, I'm taking flights. There ain't no fucking Southsiders right here. If anything, there's Bulldog. I don't like werewolves. I don't like werewolves. I said, there's going to be dogs here, bro, but you don't pay no attention to them. They're not going to pay no attention to you. But remember, my cousin has fucking XIV to eternity. He thinks he's a fucking gang member, like super, super duper duper, right? So, of course, he's walking around with his shirt off, chest caved in, tattoo fucked up. Has a couple other tattoos since he's been in prison, right? It's crazy to me. Someone who is as super norteño as he is never got all blasted back with got birds on the face and all that. He just never did that. I don't know if the homies are like, fuck, you're stupid, right? Or he just never was into it. Never asked him. Didn't care. Maybe when I call him, I'll ask him. Or maybe when we interview one of these days when he's not all super duper, you guys could ask him yourself. But anyway, so he's mobbing. I see him talking to like another couple over there. And he's all J-catted out. I could tell because, like I said, you guys think I'm bullshitting. But when he gets like angry, upset, or agitated, his hands start raising. He's like, it looks like the Karate Kid. Remember when he did the crane? That's Ricky right there. He'll get, but his shit is from there to there. And so I see him over there hitting the pose, and I'm like, I tell my Theo, I'm like, hey, we got to get Ricky, bro. He's gonna get beat up, right? Or he's gonna fucking massacre someone. Remember, I said he's a JK. He fucks people up. So we mob over there, and it was at that moment I knew. Guates, twins. If you guys don't understand what Guates means, this dude had an identical twin that was in Edgar. This was super Edgar out the game. This Vato had sparkly nails. This Vato was real sparkly. This Vato's eyes were like lime green. Why all the Edgars got fucking colored eyes, right? He had lime green eyes. His hair he had that poof, the one that went up and then out. Looked like one of the Gotti kids. His shit was fucked. He looked like fucking that dude Paulie D from fucking Jersey Shore. I went over there and started going, ooh. Cabs in here, right? That fool was just he had capri shorts, skin tight capri shorts. Like, bro, when you jump in the water, the shit sticks to your balls anyways. You must have been swimming a lot, right? His shit was hugged up. He had the hugger shorts. This Vato had a towel with SpongeBob on it and a SpongeBob backpack to match. I knew it was at that point. That dude's name is Edgar. That ain't Justin Edgar. His name probably is Edgar. He was King Edgar. You think fucking D. Kane is King Edgar? You ain't seen shit yet. This Vato was Edgar out the game. So anyways, him and my primo were talking about whooping. Like, I don't know. Well, the dude was a norteño. Unfortunately, homies, Spencer, right? It's just what he was, hey? You know what I'm saying? Here I am, fucking, I'm not even active as shit. But, hey, I'm telling you, if it was out of me and him, you guys would want me back. I guarantee it. I wouldn't go back, but you'd want me back, right? You'd throw him wherever the fuck they found him. So he's there with some bad chick, though. Like, the Edgars get bad chicks. Rumpa she had her fucking, her booty was bigger than the tail on a whale, right? Her shit was over there. Her shit was sitting on a slide over there going down by itself. Like, that's how big it was. I was like, damn, my Theo comes walking up all gangster like, what's up, man? What's the problem here? Right? Big old stomach sticking out. The problem is you need to eat fucking better. Go on a keto diet. That's the problem. You and Sheila, like, both you motherfuckers need to eat better. She's over there fucking with her tit out, and the fucking kid is just gnawing on it. Right? Choking on it. Right? He's going to town on it. So we're embarrassing here. You got fucking a big fat chick wearing a bikini with their fucking chichi out at the water park. You got a badass chick that I'm just eyeballing. I haven't even looked at her chichi yet. I'm still down here. You got my Theo trying to act all gangster with a big old fat stomach. What's up, man? What's the problem here? Again, the problem is, bro, if you get on that slide right there, you're gonna fucking fall. It's just too big. You're too big. And then Ricky's all there, J-Cat, whooping your homie. So Ricky's trying to drill this. Like, where you been? What's up with you, homie? You got paperwork? I'm like, eh. And this dude's over there fucking looking at his nails, making sure they're nice. And I'm just like, fuck, this is crazy. They end up being cool people, though. And I've never really hung around Edgars. I just, I'm one of those ones that makes fun of them and shit. I know hatred and shit is just me. And so they're like, hey, over there you can take like an ice chest with food and shit. So we brought sandwiches and chips and shit. Got to. You got to with Sheila. Man, you can't go nowhere without at least a pack of now later. Something to keep her mind occupied. So as we go over there, we're kicking it. They come move their shit over there by us, and we're chopping it up. This is what happens, right? I told you there's bulldogs in that area all the time. That's their spot. That's where they be at. I see a couple dogs walking by Fresno on their stomach. You know what I'm saying? They kind of look at me. I'm like, what's up? My Theo is an associate of Norteños, but he's never been in a gang, nothing like that. He's just a big fat dude with a couple tattoos, right? But like, he's with the business. He's not going to let Northerners get jumped on. You know, he's from Modesto. That's how they get down. But my Theo's over there. He's over there drinking, like, because one of the bulldogs. So look at my Theo starts talking to a bulldog. One of the bulldogs, they snuck beer in. You can't have beer. They snuck it in, right? So they're sipping and shit. And so my Theo's over there like, hey, you want a pisto? I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm over there talking to the bulldogs, and they don't recognize me. And me, like a dumbass, I tell me, hey, I got a YouTube channel. One of them was like, hey, what channel is it? Gunners Collective. He's like, oh, yeah, I think I heard of you, right? So we're bullshitting, and Ricky comes over, open, right? It was at that moment I knew, right? He's over there with the Edgar, and the bulldogs are laughing. They're like, hey, who's this dude with his boyfriend, right? And the Edgar dude was not no punk. He's like, what's up, man? This Norte. Man, look, shout out to the bulldogs, right? But two of you guys got your whole head whipped, right? My uncle, the Edgar, and Ricky went to town. You want to know what I did? I recorded. I recorded and watched on the side because, see, it was at that moment I knew, man, it was my test. Am I really active or not? Like, do I still want to be back with the homies or? Nah, I'm cool, right? I was like, I'm good. They was jumping on motherfuckers like a motherfucker, right? Hey, that Edgar had hands. Broke his nails, but had major, major hands. He truly was Aquaman in aquamarine pants, right? They were going at it. Fucking Sheila came with the fucking baby bouncing in the corn dog in one hand. Get off my man! Get off my man! She wasn't hitting him with the corn dog. She was hitting him with the baby. I was like, hey, give me the baby, right? Is this really his, right? And it was just a little thing. The bulldogs backed up like, what's up? What's up? And the Edgar's like, hey, I ain't no fucking punk, homie. I ain't no punk. He was from Stockton. I'm from Stockton, right? I was like, the fuck is he doing way over here, right? Well, come to find out it was the chick. How do I know? We took a walk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing extracurricular. In fact, I was proud of the Edgar, the way he handled his business. Ricky was smashing the dude he was fighting. Not just mashing, but smashed potatoes. Like he was smashing some beans. No diddy. He was doing his thing. So anyways, we end up getting kicked out. The security comes, tells everyone they got to leave. The bulldogs go that way. So I'm spooked. I ain't going to lie. I'm like, damn, bro. These fools are going to call hella dogs. They're going to get us, right? We got to jam. So that fucking dude, that chick. So the chick, I talked to her. The fucking bad chick, right? The Edgar's chick. And she's like, hey, I live out here. You know what I'm saying? We just go to my pad and continue the party. So I'm like, let's just hurry up and get to our pad. So we loaded it up in the truck and bam, we bounced, right? I had a rental. I got a rental. And we went to her pad. So we're kicking at her pad. She calls some homegirls, some decent, you know, some danking and dranking and some dranking and danking, right? They were doing their thing. And I was like, all right, cool. This is a cool little spot, right? But I'm still like, hey, there's a lot of dogs around this area where we're at, right? And of course, my fat uncle's like, man, it's nothing, man. Fuck that shit, man. Them fools ain't about nothing, right? And I'm like, shit, bro. Ricky's like, no, they're really are. That's why I attacked them, because before they turn into werewolves, you don't understand. Look at my ear, right? My Theo's like, what happened to your ear? Well, they got a big old fucking scar right here. The bulldogs bit me, right? I'm like, yeah, right. They didn't bite you. They just socked you. Fool, almost tore your ear off. The Edgar dude changed. We got that. I mean, you can't change the haircut, but he changed. He actually, because he was around us and he seen the way I kept looking at him, like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay like far away from you because, you know what I mean? A couple times you glanced down and I felt fucking, you know, I felt bad. Like you're looking at my shit. I didn't know. You know, it's hard to decipher what's on their mind. Like, do they want to gangbang or do they want to get gangbanged? You know, I don't know. So he came out with the white tee on and the baggy pants and he had chanclas on mobbing around and, you know, hey, take all the fucking mascara off. He looked normal. I was like, all right, cool. Hey, him and Ricky, to this day, I talked to Rick yesterday. I was like, hey, whatever. That's what reminded me about the story. I was like, whatever happened to that Edgar? He said, oh, we're still homies. That's the homie right there. That fool went to the pin. That fool's all tatted back. I says, he Edgared out like that still now? He's like, nah, he's different now, you know? Hey, but he went through his little phase. He went through his, oh. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. What about that fool? He was hanging around with Ricky one time, right? And I seen him a couple times since then. And, or I haven't seen him, but I was been on the phone with Ricky and they've talked about, you know, he's been there. And fucking, what about Ricky was wanting to get out and get a fucking, he wanted to get an Edgar cut, like a kind of like not all weirded out, but kind of a punch, like halfway pilot, not a whole punches, but a little half punches, right? But his hair wouldn't grow. Hey, about the can't grow Mongolian if you try. Whooping, what happened to my hair? What happened is you got old, fool. That's whopping. Anyways, that's him meeting up with King Edgar, the real Edgar, man, who we actually brought him back from the dark side. We brought him back to the Force, man. He was over there at the dark side. Come back. Obi-Wan has done me well, right? Nah, Gunner 1 is going to do you weller. Come over here, weller to weller. Come over here and join the fucking right side because you're over there on the dark side. Anyways, man, it be going down. You got to watch where you're at, what you get into. King Edgar meets Ricky. Ricky meets King Edgar. Now they're besties. They're BFFs. You know what I'm saying? Ricky be like, what, but this the homeboy from Stockton. I was like, is that a homie or is that a homegirl from Stockton? No, he's a homie. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Just because he has fucking paints his nails, we all do. We what? I said, they all do. Anyways, thumbs up or thumbs down. Hit a 1 if you want me to continue to Super Norteños. If not, that's good. I'll put them on the shelf and leave them where they're at. The gun, man. I'm going to wear that crown. Bang, bang.